1940s, 10-8.
1940, Slammer's waving.
10-4 Slammer, 10-4 Slammer, you making a good trip to me.
Mr. 1940, you say you sold flowers for yourself, get selling choice there tonight.
10-4, I'm going to try to.
10-4, alright, Slammer's back out. Sitting back.
Yellow right the back.
How about that Chicago station? You got a copy on 755 in the Carolinas?
I hear you 755 in the Carolinas. Sounding good, Chicago.
Yeah, telephone. Well, you sounded choice here in the Carolinas yourself. Now save some of them flowers for yourself. They call me Slammer in the Carolinas. I told you that, and I'm back quiet.
I didn't even know you were sounding real close right there. Take care. Are you Slammer?
Bye, 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 bye.
Motherfucker. Yeah, I'm gonna put it down and do it just like this. Take care. Hey, Slammer, around the Carolinas. Bumping on your way down. Appreciate it. Your hit and run station, Chicago Radio, 748. Got down right there. I see you.
Alright, 748. 748. I can tell you flipped that switch. You definitely flipped that switch in my receive. Slammer told you that, and I'm back quiet.
That's my Roger, and I'm easing on down the band. Just wave my hand from the land, Slammer. Hit and run, hit and run. You're 748. I'm hitting, I'm running. I see you.
Situation. Up again. Anyway, dude, that's all on you. You want to come over here and fuck around? Just, I got you. That's slow, and I ain't going. I got something. Hello there, 1940 is 21, still trying to get a radio to work.
You're sounding good, 21.
I know, but I want to get another besides this one.
10-4.
Alright, I'm ready on my end. Old 21's dragging his heels.
Is it that quick? Is it that time already?
8:03.
You go ahead. I'll be, you start it off. I'll be right back.
I think he said Crazy Man wasn't going to be here, so who was 1940s here? Who else is here? I have to wait on 21, I guess.
I'm going to just sit in the bushes for a little while.
My dog, you gonna get a vintage radio out?
I'll see what I can do.
All right.
Night Ranger, is my audio sounding all right?
Oh yeah, it sounds fine. Sounds like it always does.
Damn fool. Well, I cleaned up my mic. I was hoping that might help it some.
might make it look prettier.
No, I just opened up the bottom and blew all the dust out.
I had to repaint this one. It was butt ugly when I got it. This is a Turner Plus 3, one of the gray ones. Somebody tried to repaint it before and he used some big honking house paint type brush. And it had all these streaks all over it. It was pretty ugly, so I found some hammer tone paint and got it very close back to the original color. But that was one crappy paint job. Whoever tried to repaint it before did one incredibly bad job.
Damn fool, I don't even get close to a paintbrush.
I don't do it much. Matter of fact, I didn't paint this one actually. I just taped up I took masking tape and taped over all the things I didn't want to get painted, and then used the hammer tone spray paint on it and got it back. Yeah, it looks pretty good actually. Did have to put like the dots back on it around the volume control.
Damn fool. I got a standard Ranger. It's a 510 with little up and down buttons on it, but it's nothing special about it. It's just regular mic.
We're anxiously waiting to see what Dirty Diaper 21 comes up with for his vintage radio.
Damn fool, he's been going all for about the last hour.
I wasn't able to get one to work. I had one working and it wouldn't work, so I got to go over to Cobra 2000 again.
Well, I was going to get in here with my realistic TRC 451, but I know how much that makes you jealous since you don't have one. You always, try to blame it on Crazy Man. I know you're just seething with jealousy because you don't have one. So I got this 23 channel Royce 1-620 out. And for all the vintage radio enthusiasts, this is actually my favorite 23 channel AM only bass. It's nothing fancy. It's not. Is it the greatest radio that was ever? Well, no. It certainly wasn't the greatest one ever made, but it's just got that 1975, 1976 look about it. I could see myself or somebody, somebody coming home as a teenager from the skating rink or whatever they did in the 70s and then coming home to this sitting in the den or something. It's just got that 1975, 76 look about it.
Yeah, Roger. No, I was just going by what Crazy Man said. He said he was tired of you talking on that one every time you get on there. That's all I said.
Yeah, but see, he never actually said that. That was you saying it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, break channel, break.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm on the Craco.
Is that the 23 channel Craco? The one with it looks like a Mopar chrome fender?
Yeah, this is a 40 channel Craco. It's SSB Super Deluxe.
That's the bass though, right?
Oh yeah, it's got the old face on it. It looks like a car.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a chrome car bumper off the back of a Dodge Dart. Those are actually not bad. Those radios, I think Cybernet actually made those radios. I never liked the way they looked, but they weren't bad radios. But yeah, it looks like a rear chrome fender off a 1970s car.
It's a good looking radio. This one's all original, all stock.
It sounds pretty good. If that's the radio I think it is, it's got that, like I said, if that's Cybernet, that's got that PLL-028 chip in it. If that's the one I think it is, I'll have to look. Matter of fact, I got my PLL data book around here somewhere. I can look it up. Is it a What's the model number of that thing? KCB something or another.
Hang on, let me have a magnifying glass to check.
Yeah, and I gotta go grab my PLL data book.
Go ahead and break channel. Go ahead and break channel. You already broke it. Now go ahead and fix it.
I don't know there, Night Ranger. I'm not seeing no numbers on the front. It just says SSB Deluxe or Super Deluxe.
And that skip has covered your ass up. Sorry to tell you, buddy.
Alright, I'm looking in my PLL data book, see if that's listed.
I can hear him over here. No problem there.
Yeah, it's got 2 meters on the front. It's got that big chrome piece in the middle.
They're right on up on me. 10-4 Roger on that. Yeah, it bees like that sometimes, you know. Yeah, Roger.
Well, that's the collector's item. That's kind of a rare base. You don't see too many of the 40-channel versions of that radio.
Excuse me. I heard you earlier when you came in here, but I was trying to talk to you, but like I say, I heard you coming back to me, and that guy came in there and he covered you up on that skip there, Roger. Yeah, everything's good to go. Just been working, that's about it.
Hey, Night Ranger, you there?
Yeah, hold on. I'm letting the other guys finish.
Yep, info. Alright, we're going to sit back and let somebody else have it. Slim us back out.
Slammer was talking to 987.
All right, I'm going to hook up another radio. I'll be back in a minute.
What?
Hey, dog, let me get you on here. Yeah, go ahead. Hold up a minute.
Yeah, you sound pretty good over here, White Dog. 45 in this creek, sitting back. G45, evening time, Slammer's waving. Hey, man, we're waving right back at you there, Slammer. Yeah, man, White Dog's little Craco sounds pretty good over here there, Roger. I put a different radio in here tonight, and I don't think I've had it out here before, on this program before. I'm using my Magnum S45 there. It's about 15 years old, man. It sounds pretty good, don't it? Telephone, sounds good. It's doing the job there, telephone.
Break. Yeah, Roger. Night Ranger, is there any way you could run to your computer and see how the audio sounds on this direct feed there?
Yeah, well, I got mine up now. Let me log into yours.
Roger. How's it going there, 45?
It's going pretty good there, 21. How you doing, man?
Oh, doing great there. I was messing around with a couple old 23-channel Courier radios, and one of them would half work, and then it quit, and then I just got all tied up, man. I had some other stuff to do today, so just fall back on the Cobra 2 grand there, Roger.
Yeah, 410 on that. Yeah, I went ahead and dug this one out the closet. One reason's because I'm always on the same radio. Well, not always, but usually I'm on that 55, and I figured, man, I want to get this one out and see what she'll do, you know what I mean?
Roger on the squealing there.
Hey there, 987, how you doing out there, brother? Hey, 410, man, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'd always had plenty of audio, And it used to sound really good. I hope it still sounds the same. But anyway, yeah, man, I'm hearing everybody pretty good out here tonight there. Over. Alright, man, I'll be back in here in a little bit. I got a landline, man. Guys, I'll be back in a few. 45 in this creek. Back quiet.
45. I don't think you could get that thing to sound any better.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. I got someone on the landline there, 1940. We'll be back to you guys here shortly. 45 is sitting back.
I'm pulling you in there, but I can't get your numbers. Come back to me again. I think you over on the island. 987. You're sounding good. I finally got my antenna straight, and I can hear a little bit better now.
Yeah, Night Ranger might have went to check and see if the audio is better on live feed there, since I ran a 100-foot Cat 5 cable there temporary, so I've already got it run out here. I just don't have the ends on the other one that's underground. So anyway, that's what I did to get that watery sound out. If that isn't it, I don't know what it is.
It's still got it in there, and I'm pretty sure it's the sampling rate of whatever software you're using to do the stream. OBS will cure that.
Roger, Roger. Well, you'll have to show me how to set that OBS up.
Yeah, unless whatever you're using has something where you can increase the audio sampling rate. If there's a setting, that'll probably fix it. But if there's no setting to increase the sampling rate, yeah, you may have to switch to OBS.
10, Roger. What do you say there, Slammer?
I say it's sounding good on the live feed.
It's not watery sounding?
No, it sounded good.
It sound better than it did last week?
Yeah, sure did.
All right, well, Night Ranger's trying to mess me up there. But no, it's all, he's probably, I don't know, he's not sampling me right. That Night Ranger, he's got a bad sample on me.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded damn good on my phone.
410, all right, man, just checking, ain't no big deal. And let me stand by there. I know that 1940's out there, but White Dog had a radio I wanted to try to get on here.
Telephone. All right, Slammer's standing by.
White Dog, did you ever get that radio hooked back up?
All right, I'm on that Craco.
You're on the Craco now? Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. What'd you say the model was? A 2323 or something like that?
Well, no, I can't see the numbers, but it's a Craco SSB Deluxe.
10-4 there, yeah. I got a couple of them, but mine isn't as fancy as yours. Mine is a regular 40 channel and not a 23, but they're not sideband. It's something like, I can't read it way over there, KB 2345 or something like that.
Yeah, it's got that chrome square piece in the middle.
Yeah, 410, you got 2 meters on yours. Mine's only, ones I got only have 1 meter.
Yeah, I got 2 meters, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 knobs, and a channel selector.
And it looks like the chrome bumper on the back of a 1970s Dodge Dart.
410.
All right, so you got that recorded?
Yeah, I got you in there. 10-4.
All right, I'm going to switch it out to another radio.
Roger, Roger. White Dog 987's calling you.
Yeah, I can't copy them.
He's got 3
3 pounds on you on John's Island. You're sounding good, and he can hear you.
All right, 10-4, appreciate that.
Man, I went down to Isle of Palms down there to that public beach. All those cars were lined all up and down that road trying to get on that public access to that beach.
Roger.
That was the first time I'd been down there. I didn't realize the parking was that bad, but it's pretty bad.
Good evening to the band. 15-4, read the mail.
Yellow 15-4.
Hello, 987. Hello, 21. 15-4 is on the mail.
Hello, 15-4, 1940 is here.
Yeah, right on. 1940 sounding good back in North Carolina. Good evening to you, 1940. I'm clearing up.
10-4.
Hey, 15-4, white dog, waving a hand.
Yeah, right on, white dog. Hey, I hadn't talked with you in a while. Everything going your way, buddy?
Hi, 10-4, everything's going good over here. How about you?
Hey, we on the right side of the grass, so that's pretty good there, right?
I hear you. Hey, 21, this is that TRC Navajo base. TRC 38. Okay, I got you logged in there, Roger. 10-4. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit on this one, then I'll hook another one up. 410.
Hey, 21, how does this one sound?
It's sounding good, man. Sounding good. You ought to be able to get a better representation of it there on YouTube now, because I ran a Cat 5 cable over ground, on top of the ground out the window temporarily there, so I got a good report so far.
Okay, we done went high-tech. We done went completely high-tech, okay? Mighty fine, we normally talk on a striker. Since it was old radio night, we dug around and came up with this Magnum S9. That's what we talking on there. That can't be pretty old. Magnum S9. What was it? Did it look pretty good on that end?
Oh, yeah, man. It sounded good audio. Swinging around up and down there, Roger.
Yeah, that's right. We ain't even got the top gun modulator on. I think sometimes that causes a problem, so we just talking on it as it is.
Yeah, 410 on that. I love me some Top Gun modulators there, Roger.
Yeah, that's right. We probably flip that Kevin Bigger switch there a little bit after we get it warmed up, but we just got this Kevin Bigger, switched over and sitting on the table. So, but I'm pleased to hear that at least you can hear it.
Oh, yeah, man, I got you. Sounding good there. All right, well, I'm going to get on the side, and 15-4, 21 got you on this live feed. I'm back out. Yeah, come on, 987. The white dog do what? I got some a little bit of interference there, 987. I hate to tell you, but White Dog's changing radios. He was on a realistic this time, right?
I'm picking that same noise up too. Nature doesn't want him to get through.
10-4, I just want to holler at that 15-4 waving a hand. 15-4 waved a hand at him already. 1940, hey, I'm waving.
10-4. You sounding great as usual. I tell you what, I don't know how you can make it sound any better. I wish I could get mine that clear.
Well, I don't know. It's just lucky, I guess. There, maybe everybody hears different things. There, it's kind of like when you see a woman. There, some people like the way they look, some don't like the way you look. And that's the way that's the reason when I go out anymore, I wear sunglasses, right?
I understand that too.
Yeah, Roger, all right, man. I think that Bones is out there too, so I'm gonna stand on the side. Bones, I'm going to stand by and let them other fellas holler at you. 388, I got you. I'm back out. Can you hear him there, Night Ranger? Can anybody hear him?
I had a little bit of him.
Hey, Bones, jack it up. 410.
Oh, you got that crystal clear.
Roger, we got you on there. Hey, Bones, we standing by.
Yeah, time like your bones sounding good in North Charleston, just what you ought to know. Time like your bones sounding good in North Charleston, no doubt about it. 15-4 in this end, what you ought to know and told you so. I'm clear to go.
All right, I'm back.
10-4, yeah, that Bones was hollering for you.
I don't hear him.
Hey, Bones, that's that Night Ranger.
I can hear you a little bit, Buns. You're making over here around Monk's Corner. It's not real strong, but I can hear you.
Are you on that fruit bat and catching antenna or what?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on the homemade wire J-pole up about 90 feet in the air.
10-4. Hey, Bones, he said he couldn't hardly get you in, and you can't hardly get him in. He's over there in Moss Corner, somewhere where it takes him about 2 minutes to get to the Taco Bell. There, Roger?
Yeah, I make lots of runs up there to Taco Bell. I walk in the door and they already know my name.
They already have a setup for him.
A setup?
Yeah, like when you used to go to the bar, it's, you have a setup, they know what you wanted,
Right. Damn, he must be a local Yoko, huh?
Yeah, they have a little raffle in the back. What is Night Ranger going to order today? Is he going to get this or this?
They just bet on a chalupa and one of those other things there that's got like a taco inside a burrito with something else on top of it. There are like 3 things in it, and so I bet he'll get that. And, then sometimes he does.
Well, mostly, all they do really is change the outer, whatever they wrap around. The insides are pretty much the same from one to the next. It's what's on the outside that changes more than anything.
Yeah, I'm running 21.
Yeah, you back on a 2547?
No, I'm running Courier. Is that how they pronounce it?
Yeah, the Courier. You're on the, Courier Centurion?
What's special? A Courier, a Conqueror, a 40 channel SSB or something like that, isn't it?
That's a Centurion.
Okay, yeah, that's good and loud there.
Yeah, I got my G104, my old G104 hooked up to it.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for any better, louder radio than that.
I was surprised that Crazy Man sold that radio. I figured he'd hold on to that one, especially the way he was fussing over it when he first got it. Said he loved it and he's going to marry it.
I know, I can't figure that out.
Well, it's one of the best radios he ever sounded on.
Oh, shoot, yeah, it sounded great.
You know, but 90 White Dog 987's hauling for you.
Hey, 987, try it again. Now, 21, I can't hear him.
10-4.
Well, my fruit bat wire antenna can hear him.
Yeah, boy, I got a good copy on it.
Hey, 987, White Dog can't hear you, but Night Ranger with his fruit bat catching antenna can.
Yeah, it's up there clotheslining the bats. You can tell when one flies into it, I'll be outside and you hear something go, "Durr." On a completely unrelated note, I know something unusual, at least the first time I'd taken notice of it was, you know, we have dragonflies all around here flying around, especially since I'm not far from the river. And, you know, they're known for catching insects, so I saw this dragonfly sitting on a leaf, and it looked like he had a horsefly in his mouth. And I walked over there just to kind of to get a better look. Well, the horsefly took off. And the dragonfly just kind of laid there like he was paralyzed, and I thought, well, maybe that horsefly got the better of the dragonfly. I went out there the next day, and that dragonfly was dead. And so then about a day or two later, I was walking around the yard, and here comes this dragonfly, about ran into me, and he crashed into the ground. And I looked over there, and he had looked like a big fly in his mouth. And I went over to look at him, and then same thing. The fly took off when I got close, and the horsefly died. I mean, the dragonfly died. So I thought, well, maybe I got this backwards. Maybe something's hunting the dragonfly. And I looked it up, and apparently what I saw wasn't a horsefly. It's called a robber fly. And apparently that robber fly is real fast. It'll latch onto that dragonfly, inject it with this kind of venom and paralyze it, and then eat it. And that's what I've been seeing.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me that you saw the dragonfly and he's laying on his back smoking a cigarette.
No, but anyway, there's some videos on YouTube that show it, but this robber fly apparently is like the top assassin of the flying bug world. And so while the dragonfly is, you know, nailing all the other things, this thing's hunting down the dragonfly.
Wow.
I've seen robber flies before. I didn't know what they were, you know, or what they did or anything. I've definitely seen one land, you know, on something that just looked at it before. Yeah, apparently these things out here are taking out the horseflies. And when the horseflies are taking out the deer flies, and the robber flies are taking out the dragonfly.
We got to find something to take out the robber flies.
Well, as long as they're not biting me, I don't care. The deer flies are the ones that aggravate me out here.
Oh, yeah.
I have to get out there and spray, put some, you know, deep woods off on the back of my head to keep them from landing on it and biting me every time.
Yeah, I don't know why they like to bite you on the back of the head, though. They try to do that to me.
There are these patches you can get. They're basically these sticky patches, and if you wear a cap, you put these deer fly patches on the back of your head, on the back of the cap, and they land on it, and they get stuck in it. And they got some videos. Apparently these things work real well. They got on Amazon, deer fly patch. But man, those things land all over that thing. They showed this guy walking through the woods with that thing on the back of his baseball cap, and I mean, it catches like 20 or 30 flies in no time flat.
And Roger. There's one country, I don't know where it's at, they're making bread out of crickets. And boy, they were smacking their lips and eating that bread, and they said how tasty and crunchy it was, and it had a nutty taste and all there, making cricket flour, and oh man, they were just couldn't get enough of it.
Well, the ones I have around here are those great big. I don't even know if I'm gonna say the name right. Is it lumber? Grasshopper, great big thing. When they're young, they're like black with bright yellow stripes, and then they get bigger and they change color. They're great big.
Oh, I don't know.
But they don't. They sure do eat the flowers up.
10-4.
When they're adult, they're like yellow and black and got some red on their wings. I mean, these are great big things. I used a couple of them for target practice with my BB gun.
Yeah.
Hey, 21. If they eat enough of that cricket bread, they'll be making noise when they walk down the street.
Yeah, 10-4 be rubbing their legs together, making that sound.
Where's that sound coming from? That cricket, too much of that cricket bread.
I looked it up. It's called a lubber grasshopper. Lubbr grasshopper. And these things are all over my yard. They're big.
Well, I never heard of it. Is this something like a land lubber? No.
No, but they're as big as your thumb. Big and fat. I might probably make good fish bait.
Yeah, something I haven't seen in a long time has been catawba worms. Catawba worms. You know, my father used to use them and fish with them, and big old worms, and they get on those catawba trees. I used to call them the Indian cigar trees. They had those big old long seed pods hanging down and like big old cigars, you know, and that's the kind those worms would get on. There was one when I lived on Dayton Street down behind the Navy base down there. There was a big old tree down there, and that's what my brothers told me. It was a Indian cigar tree, and you know, but it was actually a catawba tree, and I've gotten those worms before, but I don't see any of those bushes or trees around. They got real big leaves on them.
Well, the worm that was the one that was actually the worm that the fish ate up more than anything else. That I used to use as a kid, with those white grub worms. You know, you find them underneath rocks and stuff. Man, those fish will tear those things up.
Right. They say maggots are good too, but you know. Well, the sand maggots, I don't know why they live in sand.
I don't know.
So 1940, your antenna's doing a lot better now. .1940 done took off. Sound like Skip died down too.
Okay, I'm back.
It was good. The skip was wide open earlier up on sideband. I was listening to Rayovac up in Maine get into it with somebody out in skip. I couldn't hear the other guy.
Yeah, I got to get in there and say hello to that Rayovac. Pretty good. He's running those CPIs and Tram D201A. Was it D201 or D201A? I don't remember which one.
Well, I think that CPI 300's about got him won over, because that's about mostly what he's been talking on, is that CPI 300. And that thing does have a nice receive on it.
Yeah, they're good on sideband, but they're not all that great on AM audio-wise, but they sound good on sideband.
I know that one video he had, he was in there talking local. I think I sent you the link. And he unkeyed, and I was in there at 20 over, and the poor guy was trying to talk to was like S9. Almost made me feel guilty.
Right. Hello there, 45.
Hey, man, what's going on? I'm back. I had a phone call. Sorry about that.
10-4. But you're sounding good.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. Who else is out there? I had the volume down.
I'll stand by.
Hey, Roger. Anybody else out there I ain't talked to this evening there?
Yeah, I'm running 45. You got a copy? Yeah. Get in there, 45, 15 fullback. Oh, dear.
Hey, 10-4, Roger. Hello, 15-4, man. How you doing tonight, man?
How we doing? doing pretty good. We heard you said earlier that you had your Magnum out, so that's what we talking on. We found the old Magnum S9 that we got. We just cranked that Camberger out.
Hey, 10-4. Yeah, I like it. It's the only Magnum radio that I've got, but it's always done me a really fine job. No complaints, man, on this end. I've had to work on it a couple times, but it does good.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah, we bought this one off the internet some time ago. At one time, this was a sought-after radio, that Magnum S9, and that's what we got. And every once in a while, we crank it up.
Roger that. This one is called S45. It's got the blue display. It's an older rig, probably 15 years old, and I haven't had it hooked up out here in probably 3 or 4 years, man. Over.
Yeah, damn right. And that's what we got. It's got a blue frequency display, and then the channel and the meter and all that. And it got the Top Gun modulator in it, though.
Yeah, 10-4 on that. Yeah, that modulator really gets up and goes, don't it?
Yeah, we hadn't, since we cranked this one up today, we hadn't turned it on because sometimes it causes interference, and so I wanted to make sure that, we could be heard tonight.
Yeah, 10-4, yeah, man. Yeah, that's what happens to me. I got to adjust all my levels on everything because it's got a lot of modulation to it, but it's definitely a loud one. I like Magnum radios, man. They pretty good,
Yeah, damn right. All right, mighty fine. Well, you sounding good back this way. That S45 is doing your thing for you, that's for sure. Sounding real good in my receiver. Bye-bye.
10-4. Yeah, 15-4. You too, man. You sounding good as normally. No doubt about that. 45 said it. He's sitting back.
Hey, 45, before you get out of there, how about my 718, man? You got that Camberger working yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I got that plucker working. I've been using that thing too, man. It's a good HF radio. I'll tell you what, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with it yet, but if I go to sell it, you'll be the first one to know about it there. Over.
Hey, that's all we can ask for. Put our bid in, that's for sure. All right, mighty fine, 45. You know who it is. I'm back quiet.
Go ahead, Breaker. Go ahead, Breaker.
45.
Yeah, come on, White Dog. I got you.
Yeah, I'm running this old 40 channel courier.
Oh, yeah, that courier sounded pretty good over here in the creek, man. Sounds different than that Craco, I believe, but it sounds good.
All right, yeah, 45. I'm going to switch back to my other radio. I'm getting a lot of splashover over here. I mean, I guess somebody close to me is really bleeding over.
10-4, Roger on that. Okay. Well, we'll be right out here when you get back, no doubt about it. 45, and this creek is sitting on back.
Hello, 1940. Hello. Well, I ain't gonna have too much. I ain't gonna have too much. I was going up there in Indianapolis, man. They got to talk about that rain, man. So no get back on that 1940. Enjoy myself at home, Ryan. I don't know what happened to Crazy Man. I guess he forgot about us. You and that cat.
He's enjoying that ice cream.
Oh yeah.
I went down to, I don't go there much, but I went to Dairy Queen and got a medium Butterfinger Blizzard. I splurged.
Right back. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey, there he is. There. How's that ice cream? What ice cream? Oh, that one that Night Ranger wants you to be eating. I ain't got no ice cream. Right now you hear a bike cleaner running through his house. Rajo. Oh, my sister did that, do that carpet. She said that's pretty. She put it right in front of the couch over here between the couch and my TV. 410, yeah, man, it's nice.
said she loves that fan by that much. You ain't getting it. She's okay.
Now she's gonna have to marry it.
I know you was right. She brought me a doggone carpet. It's raining over here. I mean, she packed rain all the carpet. You just seen the dirt came out of a cake. God almighty.
Roger. Well, I'm gonna stand by and say holler at those other fellows out there.
If y'all hear the noise in the back of the radio there coming out of this house over here, my sister runs that around $1,500 bike cleaner doing the carpet.
Yeah, I can hear it over here, crazy man. I can hear it without the radio on. Come on.
You got some damn good ears there.
I hear you.
Sure, I'll be hearing that damn thing in my sleep and that. What are you talking about?
10-4. 10-4.
I heard that white dog out there a while ago.
Yeah, you got that right.
I heard you out there hung up on 45 or somebody.
Yeah, I was on the Courier Radio.
I heard you on that. That's the new radio or the old radio?
No, it's the one I got from you.
Oh, 410. That must be talking there.
Yeah, but now I'm back on my original radio.
Oh, that's stronger. Only puts out around 10 watts out of that 29.
Yeah, I was talking to two guys this afternoon. They were both running the same radio that I run.
Yeah, 410. I bet they say you sound good as they do.
Crazy man, what radio are you on now?
Same one, that Galaxy. You got to tell me what kind it is.
Galaxy Saturn Turbo.
You got that right. That bad boy's doing the talking on it.
410.
If it was that brand new 9-volt battery, it's doing a better job than the other one I had, and that really go kaput because I stuck it to my tongue and it didn't shock me. I ain't got no power on my tongue then. Oh, heck. I ain't got there no women like that. Hey, she shut it off. She must be finished.
Well, what happened to 15-4? He must, they took a break.
Yeah, he had a break when he came in there.
Yeah.
You don't reckon he's doing like my dad does, sitting in front of the TV. He's got TV on and he's sitting in his chair and his head like, looking down at his lap and he's sound asleep.
Oh, that night, Ranger.
Hey, crazy man.
Damn, lassie, yeah. Hurt yourself cutting on that radio tonight, ain't it?
You heard me what?
Yeah, hurt yourself when you turned on that radio, did you?
No, I didn't hurt myself. I've been practicing and working out, getting ready.
Oh, I figured you might hurt yourself or you got electrocuted as soon as you touched it.
No, but I did. I started to come on my old realistic TRC 451, but I know how jealous old 21 gets when I pull that radio out, so I took out my Royce 1-620 23 channel and hooked it up just for him.
Oh, no. You had me laughing on that.
It was either going to be this or dig out my Drake 4 Beeline Twins. Now that is this is a nice looking radio, but now those Drake 4 Beeline Twins, those are beautiful.
Crazy man.
Yes, sir.
You was laughing?
I was laughing about him.
Hey.
That ain't nothing. I like that laugh.
Gee. Sundance is out there hollering for you.
I can't hear him. You need to pump it up or get up on, take that radio on top of that tree out there and on top of his house so he can get up better. Sundown, I know you can hear me. Take the radio, get up there and get on top of your mobile home over there. Somebody might hear you.
1940, you still out there? Wow, must have just disappeared on us.
1940 must have had something in the kitchen you want to go get.
He's over there going.
Oh, no.
The Slammer still out there?
Slammer Bama, yeah. Where you at out there, side? We're going to bed.
Good evening, crazy man.
Oh, no, there he is. Only one of them said you might got tired of waiting. You had to go do something or get something or you want some ice cream.
No, that's 15-4.
Be in the mail.
Yeah, I know that 15-4.
Oh, my Slammer.
Oh, is that Slammer?
Let me stand by.
Okay. Don't get me confused. All right, wait, though. Hold on to the desk.
I can't. I'm on the floor.
Are you on the floor?
Yeah, he's on the floor over there. Go ahead.
I hope it's going to be sounding better. I run a 100-foot Cat 5 cable, so it's a direct feed there. If that don't work, it ain't going to work.
Yeah, well, last time was good. We checked it out and on the, after it was finished downloading, I can't believe it was up to snuff tough enough.
Roger, it ought to be better than that this time, then, all right. I don't know if y'all ever do it or not, but you can get it on YouTube or you can Google it. It's Old Tube Radio Network, OTR, and they get on there and talk in there. They've been doing it 30-something years. They're in California on Channel 11. I don't know how they stay on 11. I tell you, it's rough over here on 11, and but they do it, and Dennis, the guy that runs it, he shows the pictures of the radios these guys are talking on, and they'll be all old tube sets, from 1958 to probably 1977 or 78, 74, whatever, and you can make comments and ask questions, and he'll answer you back, by your typing in questions or whatever. You can either do it on YouTube or go to his website and do it on there. So, but anyway, that's all I tell you. It comes on at about 10 o'clock at night, our time, or maybe 11, I don't know. But anyway, I just thought I'd tell you. I check it out. It's pretty interesting. He commented on us last week. He heard us out there and said that it was good that y'all were a good group of guys, so I thought I'd tell you.
Radiovac just signed on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, tell him, hey, what's up with him doing that?
You tell him, he can hear you.
You're stealing the people.
You stealing what kind of people?
Yeah, he's sneaking over there and snaking them over there.
Oh, boy, damn.
Radiovac, you missed it. We were talking about your CPI 300 a little earlier.
Who got that?
Radiovac. He's up in Maine. We talk to him sometimes up on 30 at Lower Sideband.
Oh, okay. Well, I hadn't signed off. I just got a phone call and been on it for about 20 minutes. Are you talking to your girlfriend? Wish it had been. It's a friend of mine that retired test pilot that lives in Hawaii. Yeah, poor Tim never said something like that. Did I tell you that? 1940, they called me crazy man. Been living there. Damn fool, crazy man. I recognize that voice. In fact, you must have got a new radio or something. It sounds real good tonight. Good, I got my ears over. Well, that's good too, but it's putting out good modulation too. I get him more close to this deal before it might bite me.
One day he's bugged over, and the next week he's wanting to stay.
Oh no.
What in the wind?
Oh no.
I said one week you're bumped over in the truck, and the next week you're asking to be spanked.
Oh God, yes. Oh, send that doggone no redhead. No, I don't want no damn redhead. She's got to be brown hair.
Yeah, I heard that crazy man is pretty kinky. He likes to be spanked.
Yeah, they want us sometimes spank. They do a good job at it. Oh. Older than I am too. A little bit masochistic. Yeah, sir.
Hey, crazy, you need some handcuffs?
No, I don't get that kind of kinky. I can't get loose. I ain't no good. I go cold turkey.
Alright, let's keep it G-rated.
Yeah, Crazy Man's gonna make his own movie. It's called 50 Shades of Duck.
No, I ain't like that 45 now. Or that pink dress.
No. Hey, crazy, get it straight now. Yeah, 45's got some pink panties.
Oh, that's what it is? Oh, I'm sorry. When them panties go up your yin.
Hey, crazy man.
No, sir.
I got to run in the house for a minute. Can you keep Night Ranger entertained for a few minutes?
Oh, yeah. I'll send that dog over there to him.
I already got the little dog over here. The beagle's down here on the floor, sacked out. She's probably tired because I decided to give her a bath, and she spent part of the day running around the yard trying to get away from me and that garden hose.
Oh, no. It's tied up.
She always makes this mistake of going in this one little corner where she can't get out. When she does that, she's done for. I get in her with that hose and soak her.
I bet you think that dog got it aggravating them.
Well, once I finish squirting her, then she's all happy. She's usually wagging her tail anyway, but you know how dogs are. It's like while they're getting wet, they don't like it, but then after they get out, then it's like celebration time. And I gave her some cheese, and then later I went and got a pizza, and she got 3 slices of that, so she was quite happy.
Oh, you made that dog nice for her. He's happy we can tell. Got that.
Yeah, I went up to Little Caesars and got the 3 meat pizzas, so she was quite happy with her 3 slices.
I don't know what size the slices are. It might be little. It might have been big to her.
That dog must be fat.
Not really, but she's happy right now, that's for sure. Belly full of pizza.
I can't eat pizza because it gives me a heartburn.
Well, see, the trick to that is getting a big glass of milk and drinking that. Well, usually wipes it out. At least it does for me. And of course, I can't eat it too late. If I eat it late, then I'll have heartburn problems while I'm trying to sleep. So I think I got the pizza about 3 p.m.
Yeah, put too much sauce on that damn pizza. It gives me a fit. Well, let me go back there and lock that door up before I get all about it. My sister's taking all that nasty water out in the yard there. She came back in now and she's all finished the house now. Boy, she has some dirty water every time she washes the carpet. All 3 damn carpets I got from you there, 21. Look at that brand new sitting down there. that's why 21 went to the house.
Well, hopefully you won't be gone too long.
Okay, well, yeah, my truck's parked across the street, blocking one damn truck in the place already. He couldn't get out. That's his problem, because he parked that truck like he's supposed to. He parked the truck over there, cock-sided what he did. I'll park close right behind him. Well, my sister, be sure she can put that damn bulldozer inside the driveway there when she can get out of it. There's a bulldozer, a damn tank. Because it's oversized, I got a Ford truck, pickup truck, big size. You got to have a separate to get in, like White Dog's truck.
We still got a little bit of Skip running out there in the background.
Yeah, I bet you it is. The channel 11 was cranked up. He said he better get off that damn radio before somebody come over there and whip his ass. I said, yeah, you need to do that. He said, shut up. Tell me to shut up.
Boy, channel 38 lower sideband was torn up about 2 nights ago. There was a noise player, music player, and some guy sat in there for an hour with his echo box singing in it. The loonies were out in full force about 2 nights ago.
Damn, I wish I knew that. I jumped over this and joined y'all.
It was entertaining. If you're trying to actually talk to somebody, it'd have been annoying. But I was sitting there listening to it. I couldn't help but crack up at that guy that kept trying to sing in the singing with his echo box.
I hear you. I bet you he sound awful.
Well, his pitch was good, but what he was singing was silly, and I didn't really, nobody wanted to hear it for an hour.
White Dog, he'd be cheating on him. Right, White Doggy?
Oh, you got that right. I would have put some good old country music on.
I gotta make a comment for Rayovac too, since he's logged into my YouTube channel. I was listening to Rayovac argue tonight with somebody out there. I couldn't hear who he was talking to, but I was on the mobile driving back to the house, and I could hear Rayovac giving somebody a fit up there on 38 lower sideband.
I know you, right? Yeah, as soon as my sister get everything in church, we're going out there to help her tote it out there in a few minutes. Right now, I think she's still scrubbing that bathroom in there. She do that once a month. Be sure this carpet don't go bad. $15.4, what you doing over there south of nothing?
Hey, you said it all.
You both said nothing, honey.
I don't think so, but you said it all. Nothing.
You ain't like me in 45 then, we don't care. I'll tell you one thing, the sister did a good job on this mobile home over here today. We played some cards for us, and she turned around and whipped my tail on the cards.
Did you let her win, or did she win all out?
She won it on. She beat me by around somewhere between 700 points. We're playing crazy 8 with 2 decks of cards.
Yeah, I think you got beat.
She whipped me tonight between 700 and 800. She said it's time for her to win because that's all right. They ain't doing no good play cards for me or my sister. She'd be leaving Tuesday morning around 6 or 7 o'clock, go to the airport, catch a plane, go to New York. I told her she better take a jacket with her then. So right now up in New York it's between 75 or 80 during the daytime. During the nights it's 67. Got to have a jacket. She'd be going around 3 weeks. Still got the blue jacket, blue call. Still wiping. Now she's wiping off that dry cleaner. I mean, dryer. Damn, I get it right. Now she's doing the washing machine. She don't have no trouble going to sleep tonight, I guarantee you. Now, 529 ain't been out there.
I heard him before the radio night got started. He was out there for a little bit, then he left.
Oh, he must want to do a windshield. Okay, gentlemen. I'm going to go. Have a great one. 1940s, 10-7. I did 1940. Good Lord willing, the creek's on rise. You'll be back. I think the good Lord gonna let you keep on coming in until one of us go before you do.
September in 1940, always a pleasure on this end. We'll put it on you on the bumper round. We put it on you later, 1940, 15 post, clearing on.
See you later, 1940, 21. Back out.
Talk to you later, 1940. Enjoyed talking to you as always. Night Ranger, listen.
Have a good one there, 1940. We'll catch you next week, man, or sometime in between. 45 up in this creek, sitting on back.
So 45, you say that's a Magnum you're talking on there?
Yeah, roger that. It's a Magnum S45, Sierra 45, over.
How coincidental is that?
I'll have my sister load the truck up and...
Oh, a crazy man's
No
talking.
problem. I'll be back in short.
Anyway, it's okay, crazy. But anyway, 21, I know I was thinking about that a little while ago.
Tenfold. Go ahead, break. Who is that? Hey, Canoe, what in the world are you doing, man? I hear you. Well, good to hear you, man. It's been years and years and years since I talked to you, since I was on James Island, man. All right, well, I'm going to stand by that 45. We probably won't holler at you. All right, there, I think, was it 403? 403, that Canoe. All right, I'm back out.
How about it, yeah? About that 403, 45's waving. Ain't nothing going on, man. Ain't nothing but the rent, baby. No doubt about it. Good to hear you, man. I mean, I don't have a lot of room full of you, but it's good to hear your voice, my brother. It's been a while. Yeah, tip for 10 Roger on the mobile. He does okay. I mean, but it's good to hear you out there, man, for real now. No doubt about that. Glad you came back around, man. I keep my eye out looking around town for you, but I haven't seen you again. I was running into you all over the place there for about a year or two, and then I just didn't see you anymore, so I don't know.
He must have made it to the bar.
Something happened, I guess. I don't know. Dan ho.
He's backing up.
Go ahead and back that thing up for me one time, Gat.
All right, Canoe, man. Been a long time. Good to hear you. I'm back out.
Yeah, Gat. See you later, man. Come around more often, man. A little chit-chat, man, on the airwaves. No doubt about it. I'm glad to hear you back in there, gas the 45 back wire.
Hey, 45.
Yeah, go ahead, White Dog. Come on.
That Magnum radio you want, is it a mobile or a base?
It's a mobile radio there.
Yeah, I have a couple of them. I have Mini Mag, and I have Magnum 357.
No, yeah, 10-4, yeah, man. They're different. I mean, they're kind of moody. You know, they can, and you got to watch the watts. You know, going into your, depending on what you're running. But that's always been a good, reliable radio for me, man. When I have used it, but I got to thinking, I was like, you know, I've been on that 55 every time I come out here for the last month, and I said, you know, I'm gonna change it up again to something else. And I was in the closet, and you know, and looking for some toys, and I found this. Over.
Yeah, that Magnum 357, it has a 200-watt amplifier with an umbilical cord, and the amplifier runs the radio.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. I'm familiar a little bit with the process, but not exactly with that particular one there.
Yeah, I had it checked out. It's doing about 200 watts.
Hey, Tier 4. Yeah, this one here, it'll do, what I like about it is I can do about 2 watts with it, and it'll swing to about 40 to 45 watts there. It's pretty sweet, man. And I can turn it down. Got it turned down right now because I got it going into a amplifier right this minute. But it'll get out there and go. Over.
The only thing I don't like about it is the mic. You can't put a D104 on it.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, how I alleviated that problem is I had some modifications done to this one. I sent it to Delaware, to my technician up in Delaware, and he did some mods for me on it, so I can hook it up to this, the studio stuff I got here, the Tascam, but that was a long time ago, so I'm using a different studio controller now, but I got the connector, so I can do it, you know.
Well, whatever you're doing over there, you're sounding good.
Hello, test 1, 2.
Yeah, it wasn't sounding good before. I tell you what, their modulation circuitry is real. I don't know how to put it, man. It don't like you introducing anything else to it. So I had him take some stuff out and put some stuff in there for me there. So this one's not an original S45 anymore. It's been changed.
Test 1, 2.
That Mad Electronics is up there somewhere too. I don't know where he's at.
This guy, I forgot his name. I hadn't talked to him in like 4 or 5 years, and he fixed a couple of ham rigs for me, and this one I blew this radio up once, and that's when all that took place. I sent it to him. I said, man, would you work on this thing for me? Yeah, I'll work on it. Send it up here.
410. Night Ranger, did Carol ever get back?
Carol.
Yeah, Oscar Tango, Fox Tango.
I don't know anything about him. I hadn't talked to him more than 10 years.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I only know one Carol that, you remember the Yazoo Carol?
Yeah, Fox Tango group.
I haven't talked to him since 2004, 5, or 6, or somewhere around there, maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah, I didn't know, y'all being all up on the ham bands, and, I didn't know if they were, still active. It had one time stopped taking radios. I believe, what they're in Atlanta?
He was in Charlotte when I was talking to him.
Okay.
Because I was still up in Rock Hill and he was up in Charlotte, and well, yeah, we'll I won't comment on the other.
Yeah, he's not all he's cracked up to be.
Who's that?
Fox Tango.
Yeah, you talking about Carol?
I know it's the father and the son over there. Jerome sent, I think that was an FT-107. No, it was a ZD, that hybrid radio, to have some work done on the band switch. And hell, they sent the thing back to him with the same problem that it did when it left. Over.
I hear you. Is that you there, 123?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, that's me.
10-4. How's it going, man?
Oh, not too bad. I'm vertical in it over here tonight, so I know you've got you a new toy up, so I don't know exactly what you're talking on, but anyway, making a good trip over here into Macaronia. Over.
Yeah, Roger. No, I'm just on the shockwave right now. I'm still doing a little work on the beams there. I had to let it back down and work on the rotor a little bit there. Just hadn't felt like messing with it. I've been having a lot of trouble with my knee there for some reason. Not the front of it or whatever. It's a nerve in the back of it there. So it's doing better today. And so I've been taking it easy a little bit and then going to work and all, but not doing anything else much. But let me ask you a question. What's going on with them Litchfields over there? They done gone crazy over there?
Man, you asking me something I can't answer, 21. They haven't, I mean, if you're referring to all the family drama, yeah, man, they're, I don't know what's going wrong over there. I know several. Well, I know the side with Jonathan. He was a police officer for a while. I know that side, so I'm not familiar with the side that seem to be having so many problems. Over.
Yeah, Roger. The ones that did the guttering, you know, the rain gutters on the house there. I mean, they were doing pretty good. And next thing you know, they do it. I don't know if that's the same ones, but got to be kin to each other. But so many people can live over there in Macedonia with that name, you know.
Oh yeah, that's the same group. That's the same group. They do cabinets and stuff too, right?
I don't know. I just had them do some work with me one time, and seemed like it, you know, did all right. And then next thing I know, they own mopeds and crashing into people and doing all kind of crap.
Yeah, it's like the Wild West out here, I'll tell you that. If you want to come squeeze off a few rounds and won't nobody say nothing, come on out on the weekend. Over.
Yeah, well, don't feel like a Lone Ranger. I got the one right next to me that was doing a shootout up there around I-95 and all. He's right next door there, Roger.
Oh, you talking about Brooks?
The last name.
Ward.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you know I went to school with him. That was crazy. And you know what? Let me tell you something, man. I don't know what he turned out to be, but now I'm going to tell you, he always kind of, you know, he was on the fence, but he was very helpful and very polite. I'll tell you that, when I knew him in school. I've seen that happen, man. But you know, man, I don't know. A woman make a man do some crazy things. Over.
Yeah, Roger, I knew all of them, man, when they were little bitty kids, you know, and I knew his daddy and the mama and all, because they got the thing right next to me, and I knew all of them, you know, and then things went downhill there, and, but anyway, I don't want to say no more about it. I don't want to say, it's a small world, you know, but whenever I saw that, I said, good God, but they were always over there, it sounded like shooting machine guns and blowing up crap, and, I mean, like dynamite, you know, it wasn't no regular firecrackers, just something to shake the whole damn house, you know.
Oh, they were always into stuff. Him and Alfaro used to hang out together, and David Abney. Abney used to live over there close to where Sam used to live at, or Pine Tree. But yeah, man, like I say, I used to know those boys in high school. I sure did. I guess Brooks, like I say, man, he just, I remember when that happened, and I remember telling my wife, I remember saying, God damn, I never expected that. Over.
Yeah, 10-4, yeah. Yeah, I had him, anyway, I'll tell you something one day when I see you, but anyway, yeah, that's right through the woods there, so, you know, anyway, I said, oh, good God, man, and I had damn helicopters flying all over the place, we couldn't get home, they said, well, you got to stay up here. I said, look, man, I got to go home, and, you know, they had the whole place locked down, you know. My son was here from out of town, and could, you know, what's going on, Dad? What's going on? Shit.
Funny thing you should ask there, fam. Come on in here. Sit down. Let me, as they say down in the parish, let me pull you something. Let me pull you something. Over.
Yeah. Anyway, well, you been feeling okay?
No, man, I'm not. I mean, I'm still working in here on the bench. I'm making headway. I'm doing pretty good, but like I say, it's just still in spells. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, I still want to get with you one day, and me and you build me about a 500 amp power supply with a big old iron core transformer. I don't want no damn switching power supplies. I want one of those North Carolina transformers with you know, hold some voltage in there. So that's what I want to get. That's one of the last things I want to make.
You know what? In the interest of saying I saved scrap, somebody was throwing away an Altec Lansing. I think it was a 9055B Bravo. You know, I'll have to go and look at the actual case, but nevertheless, 200 watt RNS solid state amplifier. They were throwing it out, and I've seen the transformer on the back. Anyway, long story short, it'll end up do a continuous 70 amps at about 13.2 or so. So, boy, I'm real happy with that. And they were throwing the thing away.
Damn, that's crazy. That's about a couple $100 damn transformer.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Hey, look here. Well, they stopped a lot of that. Somebody threw a Hammond, not an expensive Hammond, but threw away a Hammond organ. I cruised through the junkyard. I was like, I popped on the brakes. I was like, hey, wait a minute. That thing's got some good mod iron. So, yeah. So anyway, I don't throw nothing away, man. But, you know, it's got some other taps on it. It's really a shame. It would really be good for, like a bench power supply, you know, but, heck no, man. You know, just a simple full wave and some smoothing, and yes, sir, she was good for 70 amps at about 13.2, 13.3, so I'm not complaining. I got to build a case for it, but I'll probably never get around to that. But anyway, it's here.
10-4, all right there, bootlegger. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna stand by and let them other fellas holler at you. Real good to hear you, man. Sounding good over here at the Wassawa Swamp. 421, back out.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get out of here too. You know, I'm ducking, man. I'm only making 50 watts, so it is what it is. 7-3. 1, 2, 3. We're listening.
What about Bootlegger? You got a copy on old Crazy Man?
Man, I got a copy on you. They still letting you walk around down there, huh?
Oh, yeah. Well, I ain't walking my stacking like an old jump.
I hear you. Yeah, well, I'm going to let you ride there, Crazy Man. I know it's probably rough. I mean, I got about a 5 on you up here with no problem, but no amp and 5/8 wave on the ground. So, good to hear you, man. I appreciate you calling for me there. Over.
Yeah, down for that 5/8's doing a good job back this way, I guarantee you. I'm getting 5 on you. Good modulation, good carrier.
Yep, the Bird Radio's doing about a 10-watt carrier to about a 40-watt peak or so, and I don't know, I guess that antenna's 15 or 16 feet to the base. One of my homemade jobs, though. Homemade junk, you know?
Well, as long as they're working, you got nothing to worry about there. What do you think?
Hey, man, I'm going to take your word for it. Once the CEO of 27.105 told me it's good, I'm good to go. The hell with the rest of them, what do you think?
Now, 410, that radio should be sounding a little better. I got the roster beat back on. I didn't know I had it all.
All right. Okay, Crazy. Well, I'm going to say 7-3 to you, man. Good to hear you. Glad you're doing okay. I swear, man, I would like to see y'all guys one day. I'd like to see y'all guys one day. 7-3. Catch up with you later, Crazy. 1, 2, 3. We're listening.
Yeah, time for that, my friend. You take care. Have a power. God bless you and yours. 1, 2, 3. Bootlegger. Catch you later. They call me 116, the crazy man in the bullfrog and 2 ducks. See, they can't call me a duck. My 2 ducks. All right, we back out.
Night Ranger, could you hear that bootlegger?
Yeah.
Level.
I was in there talking with Rayovac, some of the guys on the YouTube chat.
Oh, okay.
Hey, 21, where's the bootlegger at?
Macedonia.
Where's that?
Outside of Amos Corner, going towards Jamestown.
Oh, okay. All right. I couldn't hear him, but I can understand why.
Yeah, well, he just has a little setup over there right now. He used to have like a 7-element beam, about 40 foot long, all kind of stuff over there, but he kind of just doing something else right now.
Yeah, damn right. Well, we pointed up towards Somerville, so I can understand why I went there.
410.
Has he got flat side, that other guy there, Crazy, or 21?
Yeah, he's got flat side. That's 15-4. He's over there in North Charleston there. Let's see, what if he wanted to point at you and go on the flat side, what direction should he point his antenna towards?
If he's going to look at me, he probably needs to go, he could probably just turn it north, but I would be a little bit northwest of him, just a tad, over.
A little northwest of him, there, Tempo. You going to go on the flat side there, 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, tell him I got to walk to the other building. I got a 4-element up for 11 meter, but it's so far away from the house, I got the control in another building. So give me just a minute. I'll turn it you guys' way, and I'll hopefully be able to talk with him.
All right, well, let us know when you get it right.
All right, give me just a minute.
At 15-4, he's going to get on a flat side beam and try to get you in a minute. No, he's there. He's reaching over there, and he's got, one hand on the knob and another on the switches, and it's just flipping stuff left and right, man. Got all kind of stuff flipping over there.
I ain't seen that go 1, 2, 3 in a long time.
Hey, Night Ranger.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Is that you there, 1, 2, 3? Oh, is Rayovac still on there?
Oh, he was. He said he'd be right back, but we've been sitting there talking.
All right. Ask him to get on, come over to mine here and see how the audio sounds up there.
We'll have to get, let's see if he's back yet. Let me look back over. He may. I don't know if he's still back or not. I guess he'll say something in a second.
Go ahead, radio check. You say you're 270 over here in South Carolina, Unit 21, Dirty Diaper, roger. All right, 270 in Indiana. I got you in there. I barely got you, but I got you there. Hey, welcome to the weekend. Hey, 270 Indiana, 21 South Kakalaki. Get on down.
One time he's there, the next minute he's gone.
How about it, 1, 2, 3?
Hey, Unit 21, can you hear Sam Diesel wagon in the bayou? Hello, Unit 21, South Carolina. Wagon calling.
Hello, Sam Diesel wagon in the bayou. I got you, man. Come on.
Yeah, right on. I just want to wanted to wave my hand because you sounded so good in my diesel wagon while I'm on my way to Mile High City. Hello, Unit 21, Sam Diesel Wagon, right back.
Dan Roger, let Diesel Wagon be sounding good in South Kakalaki. Sam Diesel Wagon, you have a safe trip to the Mile High City. Hey, this 21 Dirty Diaper over here on the east coast of Kakalaki, so we waving, getting on down.
All right, you Unit 21. Peace, love, and blessings. From me and man to you and yours till we do it again. Unit 21, code name Sam Diesel. That's how you country. Have a good day.
Tell Roger, watch out for them alligators down there, I'm gone.
Hey, 21 Redback City to catch you on the old Tube Radio Network.
Okay.
Unit 21, I got steel-toe boots and they come all the way up thigh high out there.
21, I'm pointed up around Moscona on the flat side. I don't know.
Tell Roger, okay to Sam and Diesel Wagon. All right, there, 15-4. 1, 2, 3. Hey, he's on the flat side now, so if you're going to do something, go ahead and jump on him. I can't. If you're in there, I wish I had my flat side going. I can't get you either. You might not have time to do it yet. I don't know. Is that you there? 1, 2, 3. I don't know.
Sound like he's trying to come back this way. I quite can't pull him.
Not Ranger. Can you get him?
No, I don't hear you.
Okay. All right, now, if you guys are still in there, now I'm going to make the antenna switch. I got the antenna turned that away, so whoever's on the flat side, if they would start talking.
All right, whoever's on flat side, start talking. He's going to try it now.
15-4, he's out there.
Hopefully you can hear this small radio, 1, 2, 3, back to you.
Could you get him, bootleg? 15-4.
I thought I heard him. It's hard to tell. I thought that was he saying something about a small radio?
Yeah, that was him.
Okay, we got you. Bootlegger 15-4, we got you down in around North Charleston. We wasn't just sure what we were listening for. But I think we might be pointed at you. If not, let me know.
Oh, man. I don't know why you wouldn't be having a... Well, of course, I don't know how much power you're running, but I've got you about an S7. So we ought to be turned about on one another.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we got a better grip on you now, ain't no doubt about it. Well, I appreciate you going to the flat side and letting me bump it down. It sounded pretty good back in North Charleston, making a good trip on this side, no doubt about it. We just couldn't hear you out there on the vertical, but you sounded real good on this flat side there, right?
Yeah, all good, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's nothing, just a 4-element at only 20 feet up here, man. But it works well. Like I say, I don't know what you're running for power, but either way, it's sounding good to me. I should be about due north of you, over.
Yeah, right. Well, we certainly appreciate it. Oh, we got a little small driver here, man, that we use around talking local. And you're doing the best we can with what we got to use, no doubt about it. But anyway, you had yourself a super fine weekend, and no doubt we will do it again. Any chance we get an opportunity to do that. Bootleg, appreciate the bump down. 15-4, going back road.
All right, man. Take care. And we'll catch up with you a little later, 7-3.
down. We had to go over there and tie that doggone 15-4 down because he jumped in joy.
10-4.
Yes, that was all good. Yeah, I don't know, man. That antenna's a couple of hundred feet. It's good. It's still got on the radar on it, but I get on that today, put it on 11 over.
Right.
He had seen me earlier.
Yeah, crazy man. How'd you and how did you and that slammer make out that night?
He lost.
Oh, did you see how I slipped that in there? 15-4, how they made out? But you know.
Yes, that's right. I'm beginning to have my doubts. Slammer got a crazy man in a compromising position, and then just a little bit earlier today, he's sitting in somebody's lap in Kentucky. And that makes me think twice.
But you don't tell 45, he might get jealous.
45, you still in there? He must have gone. Yeah, man, I tell you, shoot, you don't know what goes on around this place, man.
Got that right.
Hey, 21, we just put on that modulator. Can you hear a difference?
Well, it's real loud. Okay, cut it off and then cut it on.
Okay, it's on now. We're gonna turn it off. He just turned it off. Off, on, off, on.
Oh yeah. There's about a 25% increase on your modulation there, right?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, modify.
Sounds stronger.
Do you think it's a 25%, crazy man, or maybe 30%?
We give him about 50.
50%, okay. I need you to set up my bank account.
What then?
No, second thought, no.
Please.
Second thought, no.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to borrow some of it.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
What then? What's a bank?
You like naught and double naught and all that crap.
Oh.
Yeah, the old tube radio network there. When I get off here, I'm gonna log into that or just get on there, and I like to watch. There's one radio that I'd like to have that this one guy has out there. I'd like to have one like it, not that radio, but one like it. Nothing there's anything wrong with it, but I don't ask for one the person has. You know, I never do that. So anyway, or anything. So it's a general radio telephone, the MC12 or MC11. I can't remember, but it has the handles on it like a Tram Titan 2 or a DAC 10 or 9 or whatever. You know, like a rack mount, and it's pretty heavy duty. It's it got the select call in there where you can push that button and it'll send out that like a Tweety bird, you know, to the other radios where you could keep the squelch off, and pretty neat radio. You know what I'm talking about, Night Ranger?
Yeah, somebody's calling. High Roller, I think, was calling for you.
High Roller, go ahead. Where are you at there, 357 High Roller? Come on. Where's he at there, Night Ranger?
I didn't hear him say. I just heard him key up. Right as you unkeyed, he started breaking. Hey, that's Rayovac.
Is that you, Rayovac? Yeah, hello, Rayovac. Hey, man, he's up there in Canada, isn't he there, Night Ranger?
Yeah, Rayovac, I can hear you. It's a Night Ranger down here. If you can hear me on the Royce 620. But yeah, I got you about 2 S units, so coming in good from the state of Maine. Yeah, I know 21 Dirty Diaper gets on that old tube radio network fairly often. I'm just on the wired J-pole right now. Normally when I talk to you on sideband, I'm on that Lazy H wire antenna, but this is just my Omni half-wave J-pole.
Hey, Rayovac, I don't know if you can hear me or not. My beams, I got the rotor working on the rotor right now, so I'm waving a hand to you there. Rayovac up there in Maine, 21 standing by. What do you say, Night Ranger?
I didn't quite make it out. Rayovac is still coming in, but I had some bleed over from channel 11, so unfortunately I didn't quite make out what you said.
All right, Rayovac, I appreciate you hollering, man. That was great there. So I don't know if these other fellas can hear you or not. Probably the only one that could be able to hear you would be 15-4 over there with that big gigantic antenna he's got. People over there complaining because this cotton picker's so big over there, they're scared of it over there. So I'm standing by.
I can tell you he's in there. I can't make out what he's saying.
I hear you, but you're like a minus a pound or half a pound in there. Well, yeah, I'm SWL83 on there, so that's me. All right there, Rayovac, it's 21 back out. What do you say, Rayovac? Hello, 428 down at Rayovac up there in Maine. He's in there. So you say your handle's Hawkeye out there in Arizona. Roger, Roger. All right there, Hawkeye. Have a good one. 21 Dirty Diaper standing by.
One thing I heard him say, Hamburg.
I flipped on the Kenwood TS590SG and got on the Lazy H to see if I could hear him a little better, but he was dropping down by the time I got it all hooked back up.
You got it on there now?
No, I turned it on just for a second, but he had already dropped back down.
410.
If that Lazy H can't hear him, that Lazy H has got some ears on it now, it does, but yeah, by the time I turned it on, he dropped down. Anyway, he said he'd catch you on the old tube radio network. He just put that up on the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to check the audio on the feed there, see if it was a little bit better. So several of them said it was. All right, I hope so. I'm standing by. But I still want you to give me a, I got to be careful about how I word this now, because 15-4 is waiting on me to slip up. A test run on that OBS.
Okay, I will walk you through how to set it up.
10-4.
I sure hope that's received we were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, everything I got's received there. It's, you know, like that Night Ranger.
That's right. Okay.
Do you hear me talking about, you know, you're talking about your DNA Raider that you only used it for your, for receive, and you said you're going to name it after me. I said, well, if you're going to name it after me, you got to call it the Night Raider.
Yeah, I commented on there that that's what I was going to call it, the Night Raider Receiver.
You could put a big sticker next to the standby switch that says, for emergencies only.
Yeah.
You see those come across eBay every now and again. You know, somebody will have that sticker on there on some CB amp, for emergency use only. I still like the one I like the best though is still the one, the amp that has the name Barefoot on it. So that way if anybody asks if you're running barefoot, you can say yes.
Yeah. Or that high gain foot warmer, you know.
The afterburner.
Receive only.
Yeah, the afterburner?
Yeah, it's afterburner.
Everybody had those things.
Used to be a guy in North Charleston. He was terrible back then, way back. He was afterburner. They got him though.
Well, back in the 70s, the amps that I mainly remember hearing was, you know, the DNA, the Varmints, and of course, being in the South Carolina area, the Elkins were everywhere. And it seemed like there maybe was a Chris around and some Palomars, but most of what I heard, well, Palomars too. And then in the mobiles, they had that little gold Pride amp.
Well, somebody out there said everybody got them.
Yeah, that was 1, 2, 3.
I thought so.
And that's what I had back in the day. Ramen XL 600.
Oh man, my friend, the Devil, he had one of those things. He didn't live that far away, and he had a PDL2 beam. And oh my gosh, he'd hit that Varmint XL 600 and that PDL2 beam and wipe me out.
Yeah, that vomit is what caused me to have to get out of the radio business.
Yeah, he had a Midland 13880B, 23 channel sideband bass, and a Siltronics Model 90 VFO to go with it, which was that was like the top dog setup back in the early 70s. You know, that was a pricey radio. But all I had, in 1978, I was 15 years old, and all summer long, because I wasn't old enough to get a regular job, I cut lawns for $5 a lawn until I could come up with $75, and there was this couple that sold me a used DNA Hornet, little 2-tube amp, did about 45 watts. Man, I sweated all summer trying to come up with $75 at $5 a lawn to get that thing, and then years later, I lent it to Butterfly, and she blew it up. I got after her even for many years after that. She said, "I'll pay you back." I said, "Oh no." I said, "I spent, you know, all summer mowing lawns for $5 a lawn to come up with that $75. So you take 75, divide it by 5, and that's how many times you got to come mow my yard with a push mower."
Yeah, that's right. That's what we had, though. Ramen XL 600, a JB12, and a set of Moonraker 4s. But boy, it bled on everything, including the toasters.
Well, you didn't need that JB12. That Varmint XL 600 is bad enough all by itself.
That's right. It just, you know, too bad. So I had to get rid of it, and then the neighbors, my wife told me,
come in and did that. 15-4, try it again.
What's that?
Well, it must not have been you then. Sound like your radio breaking up instead of making buzzing noise.
It could have been. We had that modulator on. It's off now.
I'm so glad you did cut it off then. Night Ranger, is that what's happened? I don't know.
That's what it was. That's why we didn't have it turned on when we first started. We wanted to try it out, but it's off now. It's done that before.
You know, that Varmint XL600 back to that super mod switch, you know, that definitely was a splatter box with a super mod switch. And from what I remember from the Devil, when he had, you know, the first gear sounded okay, the second gear, of course, I think super mod, third gear sounded okay, fourth gear was just really muffled.
Yeah, well, that super modulator switch on the Varmint, I've had a couple of them. Still got one receive only, you know. But, man, you cut that thing on and you get it set right, somebody could key down on you with about 5 times the power. When if their modulation wasn't up there, you'd ride right over the top of them. Done it many times.
Well, Greg / the Devil, as he used to say, he used to eat me up with that thing. You know, fortunately, he and I got along, and we were usually on the same channel. But if we weren't, I'd find him real quick.
Yeah, those amps are dirty. Another that's dirty too is that Mako 75 modulator. Some of them had 8950 in them, but the M2057 tube, just that 175, you know, that Mako pumpkin, they call it the pumpkin head. It's orange. That thing, it key up about what, 2 watts, swing to 300 watts. And man, I tell you what, it'd bleed every channel it was. It'd be on everybody's TVs and everywhere. But boy, I tell you what, you'd be getting out now.
I borrowed Greg's Varmint XL600 one time. I think it was my senior year in high school, and I borrowed it. And there was a friend of mine, Red Horse, who lived maybe a quarter mile away. And the next day when I was at high school, Red Horse said I was coming over their TV set a quarter mile away with that Varmint XL600.
I know it.
I didn't even tell him I had it. He just the next day he's like, "Man, you were coming over my TV set last night."
When Tornado Brown passed away, Peter Gunn, whatever you want to call him, used to live downtown. Not downtown, on Sproul Avenue down in there. It wasn't Ackerby, it was whatever that is, behind that salvage, Carolina Salvage back in there. I've got some stuff he had, and man, I tell you what, it'd tear up. That's what got me in trouble on James Island over there, where that bleeding on everybody. They had the all, man, it was bad. But anyway, that's a long time ago. Did you know him, 15-4?
Yes, sir. Disabled vet, couldn't wear a shirt.
Yes, right. I liked him, though. You know, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he was. He was a real nice guy.
Hey, Cal.
Come on, break. Go ahead, breaker.
I was just wondering, where y'all guys talking out of?
Where are we at?
Yeah.
Over here near Somerville.
I think you mean Skip. I don't think he's local.
Oh, I didn't know.
We're around Charleston, South Carolina.
Hey, Bert, I didn't get your location, but you're blowing smoke here in Missouri.
Yeah, we're in South Carolina, near Charleston there, Roger.
Tim, are you? Oh, yeah, all right. I'm down here in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. I guess. Y'all gentlemen have a good day on that end?
Yeah, Roger. I sure hate to hear about those people in that daggone boat out there in that Missouri down there, man. I tell you, I wouldn't never got in one of them anyway. But yeah, I hate to hear about that down there on your end down there. But I got a lot of friends down around Missouri, there around Branson and St. Louis down that way. Hey, I'm gonna get out your way. It sounded good now, Charleston, South Carolina. Unit 21, Dirty Diaper. I'm going.
Unit 836, Central Missouri. Now back off the gate. Good day.
836, bum bum.
And he just got down. I gotta throw that in there for Challenger. And he just got down.
Good evening, 836 around Missouri. If you got a RIP 15-4 right downtown South Carolina, we trying rate.
Oh, that station around South Carolina, I did hear you using it, but it didn't get you 28 on this end. Oh, Unit 836, Central Missouri is right back.
Yeah, right on 836, we're at 15-4, 154. Right downtown, Charleston, South Carolina, trying to put it back, man.
Yeah, right on 154, I got it that time around, man. Sounding good downtown Fort Leonard, Missouri, I guarantee you. Top of the evening to you. Hope you have yourself a super fine weekend. Bill Unit 836, South Central Missouri, right back.
We appreciate the bump down. Wish you and the family a super fine weekend. What's left of it? If we get a chance to do it again, we will. No doubt about it. 836 around South Central Missouri. 15-4 right downtown Charleston, South Carolina. I'm clearing out.
That's my 836 Roger, 154. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the key up, the key down. 154, take care, God bless once again. Oh, Unit 836, South Central Missouri, saying have a good day.
How about that 836 out in Missouri? 836 out in Missouri. 116 over here in Carolina, what about it?
Oh, 117, I believe that's what you said on that end. 117 and 836 Mule Country right back.
Man, boy, that's 116. That's a 6, no 7. 116 out of Carolina. Well, I ain't got enough whip out.
We get them numbers on that station calling around Mule Country. I'ma take a stand by. Oh, Unit 836 South Central Missouri, and we standing by.
That was 116, Roger. That's 116.
Oh, 116. 116, oh, Unit 836, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, is hollering bait.
Crazy man, he's hollering you.
I know I got a mouthful of tips trying to get them down. That 836 out there to Missouri is 116. 116 out of Carolina. Try to wave at you.
Hey, 116, I heard you in there, man, but there's somebody else coming in there with you, man, making it real rough and tough. I would say top of the evening to you. Hope everything was well and swell. 116, oh, Unit 836, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and I'm reading the mail.
Yeah, 42 Roger there, 836. Yeah, I found one out there, a great one. They call me 116. The crazy man over here in Carolina way back out.
You say Fort Leonard Wood? Well, that's Oklahoma.
Where the wind goes racing down the plain.
But I can't get nobody's 28 on this end. Guess I'll go grab me a cup of coffee. 836 going and grab a cup of mud. I'm getting on down.
Get one for me.
Get your mud and come on back.
Frequency in use.
South Central Missouri is right back.
Do what? This Skip channel, man.
It is during the summer months. They're all skip channels during the summer months.
Stand right on, operator 29. Well, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, just my luck.
Weekend. Operator 29.
When's the old tube radio start up? Is that 10 p.m. Eastern?
Yeah, no doubt. Y'all have a good evening. 2100 Oklahoma gone. Hello, 2100 Oklahoma break.
Operator 29, you take care.
Is that when the old tube radio starts up, 21?
I think it is. It's either that or it's 11 o'clock.
Around the St. Paul, 836 South Central Missouri. Now back off this.
You need to get some tag team going on. Tag team, Roger. Ain't making the trip. American.
No, he ain't.
Rolling around channels. We've been talking everywhere. Take care. 73, 2100 gone. 2100. Everybody's out there talking to you but me. I'm back out. Even old Bones has got him. Yeah.
Hey, 2100, you got a copy on 836 South.
I'm going to listen to this wrong side of heaven.
But you want to name what out there?
Hey, Charlie Hustle, what time does that OTR start, or Butterbean? What time do they start there? I think those, I don't know, 11 o'clock? I can't remember. I don't think it's 10 o'clock our time.
Saturdays at 8 p.m. their time.
Okay, that's what, 4 hours? 3 hours?
I think it's 4 hours difference from us.
Oh.
They got to be behind us then.
Now, if they were in, what, Australia, they'd already done it there, right?
Yeah, so it'll be 11 p.m. our time.
10-4, that's right.
I just Googled it to make sure.
410.
411. Where White go?
So it's three hours.
I don't know. He hooked up. He hooked his 2547 back up, and then I didn't hear him anymore.
You know what was confusing was when I lived in Arizona. Arizona doesn't observe daylight savings time, so the time difference between Arizona and the East Coast is, one time difference in the winter and another time difference in the summer.
Right. I really wish they'd just leave it alone,
Leave it on saving time. That's hard to me. I'll split it in half.
My current employer, all the times they give out are in Central Time, Oklahoma time, and so it was really confusing because here I'm on Eastern, and they would schedule something for their time, Central Time, Oklahoma time, and so it kept I messed up something, did something an hour early, So finally, the laptop they sent me, I put it on their time. I put it 1 hour behind so that when I'm sitting in front of the work laptop, I'm looking at the clock that's their time, because it was just too confusing to try to look at the other clock and keep it, keep in mind that it was 1 hour off.
10-4. I was going to try to use a Sonar FS23, but I put it on a Variac and it started smoking. There's one capacitor up underneath there that I think is gone, so I'm going to have to get that. But I got it and that BR21 receive amplifier and some other stuff there. That's what I was going to use, but it smoked a little bit, so I got to wait. Have you seen one there, Night Ranger?
Probably.
Yes, the bigger one there than, my dad had it was a G model, yeah. It wasn't the H model. It might have been the H model, I don't remember which one. Anyway, it's the one without the big old round grill in the front. And it had, I think, 5 transmit channels and 23 receive channels. And it was a good old radio, and but I don't know what happened to it.
Where you guys be at?
We over here in South Kakalaki there, Roger.
You where?
It's Kakalaki, South Carolina.
Yeah, okay. You sound good around Land Lincoln. This you guys talking there. Okay. B05 54 Land Lincoln back out.
You're in Land of Lincoln, 551.
Yeah, 554. It'd be 554 there, Jim Rowe.
All right, 554, okay. Yeah, I was just bumping around there. All right, 554 sounding good in South Kakalaki. 21 Dirty Diaper, I'm getting on down.
Yeah, 14. Okay, Rouse, you take care. A couple guys coming in with you at time, but nevertheless, I heard you out there talking. Listen to your talk show. 0554 back out.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I got you running on YouTube Live right now. You're on YouTube Live, and so is that Skipgate. That Skipgate, he's got you on there. He's got you going there, and so you can check out how you sound there. Anyway, it's Dirty Diaper 21 on YouTube, and that Skipgate, that's that Night Ranger. All right, have a good one there. I'm going.
I'm not running it under the Skipgate channel, though. I'm running it under my Carolina Pirate channel.
Signed off there. A little brown 0554 stepping.
But he's got it under Carolina Pirate, not Skipgate.
Yep, and you can go to NR, like Night Ranger, nr.shadowstorm.com, and it'll take you right to that YouTube channel.
All right, somebody came in there with you there, Night Ranger.
They're that same guy.
Oh, what the?
Yep, getting stepped on by Skip.
Yeah, he operated 29. A lot of guys out there operated 29 came there too. You guys kind of double. Take care. 0554 be on the side.
Hey, 554, tell operator 29 to get his big head out of there. Tell him Dirty Diaper said, hey, get out of there, I'm gone.
You said Dirty Diaper, you told him get out of there, break?
Yeah, tell him go and do something else. Tell him to find another hobby. Tell him Dirty Diaper said, go pop some popcorn, I'm gone.
He's going to go popcorn and find another hobby. You said Dirty Diaper? I know you didn't say Dirty Diaper, Champion. You said Dirty Diaper there, break?
Diaper, Dirty Diaper. I'm the one that's got the heavy load there, Roger.
Yeah, boy, Dirty Diaper. Okay. 074 said he came in blowing smoke. Okay, Dirty Diaper, take care, man. Want the boys get another hobby. 554, getting out of here. I'm gone.
Yeah, Roger. Tell him get another hobby and go pop some popcorn. I'm gone.
Hey, Dirty Diaper, that sounds good. I'm gonna have me and the better half. I'm gonna have a little TV watch time tomorrow. Pop popcorn, no doubt about it. And light the doggone fine fire outside. Hey, Dirty Diaper, 0554, back out.
All right, 554. Yeah, man, I done made myself hungry for some popcorn now. All right, man, have a good one. I'm gone.
About that 554. 554 out of that 116. They call me the crazy man in Carolina with Breaking.
Yeah, boy, Crazy. Remember, get out here. I ain't gonna tie the band up. I just scanned the band. That's all. Hey, Crazy man. You take care around the Carolinas on 554 go.
Yeah, 14 554. Hopefully we get to hear you again out there. You don't know. You get your name be called out there. You take care. Have a good one. They call me 116, the Crazy man in Charleston, South Carolina. We're back out. Here comes 11.
Well, hey, I'm going to get ready to shut this thing off and do a little something else there. I really enjoyed y'all being there, and I got like 3 more minutes to run it. There'll be 2 hours, so I get kind of shaky after that time. I'm scared they'll drop it out to, won't upload it. So, hey, I would do it again. Hey, man, everybody's sounding good, and I hope y'all have a good weekend, and we'll catch you again. We'll still be out here. I just want to get this thing uploaded. 21 Dirty Diaper, we back out.
All right, 21. Talk to you later. You enjoyed it. Night Ranger on this old Royce 1-620. I had to think about that. And my Turner +3.
14.
Turner +3. I like that.
Yeah, kind of like Dirty Diaper, Night Ranger, and Crazy Man. I think that's all that's out there. We put it on you guys in the next time around, no doubt about it. We always enjoy it. 15-4 on this end. I'm clearing out.
All right, then, 15-4. Catch you later, bud. You take care. Have a good one. What left to it there? Well, let's sit back and see what kind of trouble I can stir up on my radio. They call me 116, the Crazy man. On this end, we back out.
Bomb.